Good afternoon and welcome to Take Six. I'm News 6 anchor Lisa Bell, and this is our opportunity to talk with our reporters and anchors about some of the stories they are working on. And today, you would think it's almost like Wacky Wednesday or not, but it's Thursday. I'm so confused by what's happening right now because I'm hosting and Julie Broughton is standing by as our guest today, talking about us. Yes, welcome. Welcome to Take Six, Julie.
Thank you. I've heard of it. I've heard it's really great. You know, when our producer Donovan asked me if I could be on Take Six today, and I was like, "Aren't I on it every day?" And he was like, "No, as the guest."
Oh, dun dun dun. And so the reason why we have switched roles is because you are working on a story that's going to be airing tonight. Tell us all about that.
So every Thursday at 5:30, we air our Getting Results Award segment, and that's when we have the opportunity to recognize a community hero or someone in our community doing a lot of good. And the good news is we've been doing this segment for several years now, and we haven't run out of people. So lots of people to highlight. This week, we take you to Edgewater, and you may not know that April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. So we take you to Edgewater, and we introduce you to a woman who started the In Their Corner nonprofit, which is an organization that fights Parkinson's disease. And you're seeing some video here. They're doing this through a boxing class called Rock Steady. So Rock Steady is a program developed for patients with Parkinson's, and it takes boxing moves like you see here, and it adapts them to help with different things going on with Parkinson's. It helps with hand-eye coordination, all sorts of things. And no matter what your journey is in this disease or where you are as far as the progression of the disease, there is a class that will suit your needs. So we get to meet some of the people here who are taking this class. And not only has exercise been shown to be really beneficial in battling Parkinson's, but you have that social support of you're with a group of people and you're all going through the same thing. So it really is just a beautiful story.
Wow, that is fantastic. And I love it's such a, a unique story too. So often we
Mhm.
hear kind of similar themes, but this is something that's really different. And it's a disease that impacts so many people and has touched so many different families. So it's,
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people will be really curious about this. And what a wonderful thing for these people to be able to not only get some physical benefits,
Mhm.
as you mentioned, but also that social and emotional support. That is so
Yeah.
key in battling a
Yes.
disease.
Yeah, and you see the woman there in black. That is Marian Chapin, and she's the one who started this. She was working as a hospice nurse, and so she was working with Parkinson's patients, and she was helping find support groups for them.
Mm.
And then she heard about Rocksteady, and she thought, hey, this is a great thing to refer patients to.
Mhm.
But as she looked, there weren't any Rocksteady gyms or programs in the area. I think the closest one she said was maybe Jacksonville or Gainesville, which is just not realistic for the patients that she was working with in
Wow.
Volusia County. So when she couldn't find a location, she started one, and that was in 2018. And another thing that's really interesting, we spoke with a woman who was in that class who was diagnosed a few years ago with Parkinson's disease. And she said, I was going to a regular gym, a gym that you'd probably know the name. And, while the experience was fine, she felt a little self-conscious going, maybe wondering if people were thinking, hey, why is she not doing this quite,
Mhm.
the way some other people are. And even though maybe she said that experience wasn't happening, she didn't feel, really at home there.
Yeah.
So this is a place where she feels at home. She's met friends. There's the social support. And also, this is great exercise. It's
Yes.
non-contact, but they're working on hand-eye coordination, balance, all of these things that are so key as you are dealing with a disease like this.
That is fantastic. And I'm so happy that you are highlighting that and spreading awareness about that and that
Yes.
resource in our community. And as you mentioned, they are getting exercise, which is so important. Obviously,
Mhm.
this is an indoor gym because we live in Central Florida. We love to
Yes.
be outside, but you can't always do that. And today is probably one of those days where you would rather be inside just because of how toasty it is
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, we are starting today a stretch of 90s. So today we'll hit 90 in most spots, and we're going to hang around in the 90s as we head through the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and check your current temperatures for you right now in Orlando. It is 80 degrees, 81 in Sanford, 81 in Ocala, and 81 in Melbourne. Here's a look at the satellite and radar imagery for you. Over the last few days, we've really had very little cloud cover to track. We are seeing a little bit more cloud cover. I can see right out the window from where I'm sitting over here in the newsroom in a different spot than I normally am during Take Six. And there are some upper level clouds, but those clouds are not producing any rain. And here is your temperature trend over the next 7 days. Notice today we go to 90 and we keep it in the 90s through the weekend. Now, Monday, that's when things change, and that's because of a front. You see that area of low pressure sitting off to our north and west. That is dragging a front along with it that is moving through Texas now. That front moves into our area on Monday. It may bring a few isolated showers, but it will kind of wash out a little bit before it gets here, so it'll lose a lot of that potent energy. So for today, your highs at 87 in Palm Coast, 90 in Ocala, the Villages in Leesburg, 90 in Kissimmee, and 81 in Cape Canaveral. Here is your 7-day forecast. 92 for your high Friday, Saturday 94. Now remember, the normal high this time of year is right around 83 degrees, so we are going well
Mm.
above that. 93 on Sunday, maybe an isolated shower on Sunday, but overall we'll call the weekend mostly dry. Then a 40% chance of showers on Monday as that front moves in. And then Tuesday, a lingering shower before 88 and sunny on Wednesday. And by the way, the really fabulous Getting Results Award story, if I didn't say, Lisa, that airs at 5:30 today. So you want to make sure you
Yes, we will be
catch that.
watching. You got
Yes.
to be inside today because it's just so hot
I
outside.
know it is
94 is too
toasty.
much for April. It's too much for August, let alone April.
I know. Well, the good news is we don't have the humidity that we would have in August. So the humidity levels are creeping up, but they won't be to August level. Though still, I mean, 94 is 94.
Yeah, it's a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we are looking forward to your story today at 5:30. That is fantastic.
you.
Julie, you are welcome to be a guest anytime on Take
Oh
Six.
my gosh. Thank you so much for having me.
Does it feel weird sitting over there?
Yeah, it feels weird, but I'm nothing if not open to new experiences. So, you are welcome to host anytime and we can do this
Uh,
role reversal. We
I
can
like
recruit
it.
other people.
I like it.
Yeah, so keep it
All
free
right.
flowing.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you, Julie. We'll see
Thanks,
you at
Lisa.
4. We'll be together side by side then. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us on Take 6. And again, we will see you tonight on News 6. Julie and I both, along with Ginger Gadsden, starting at 4.